A production possibility frontier is a great way to illustrate and to measure opportunity cost. The opportunity cost of obtaining more of one good is a reduction in another good as the economy moves along its production possibility frontier. When the production possibility frontier is curved, the opportunity cost of another unit of a good increases as the economy obtains more and more of the good, because the slope of the production possibility frontier changes. The production possibility frontier is usually curved because some resources are better at producing one good than they are at the other product. Let's use the frontier we developed above to measure opportunity cost of getting more corn. We begin by showing that the opportunity cost of an additional bushel of corn increases as the economy produces more corn. So let's talk about what's the opportunity cost of the 80 extra bushels of corn when corn increases from 0 to 80. So corn is going from 0 to 80. That means the amount of wheat's got to go down from 260 to 220. 260 to 220. We give up 40 bushels of wheat to get that 80 bushels of corn. If you take the ratio, the cost of 40 bushels divided by the gain of 80 bushels of corn means we're going to give up 0.5 bushels of wheat for every bushel of corn that we obtain. The opportunity cost of each extra bushel of corn is 0.5 bushels of wheat. Now what happens as we go from producing 80 bushels of corn to 180 bushels of corn? We're going to get another 100 bushels of corn, but to get that 100 bushels of corn, wheat's got to go down from 220 down to 120. So to get this extra 100 bushels of corn, we've got to give up 100 bushels of wheat. That means the opportunity cost of each extra bushel of wheat is 100 bushels of corn. That's right, is 100 bushels of wheat divided by 100 bushels of corn, which is 1 bushel of wheat per bushel of corn. And finally, what happens when the corn goes from 180 up to 240? Now we're getting 180. Now we're getting 60 bushels of. We're getting 60 more bushels of corn. 180 to 240. But to do that, wheat's got to go from 120 down to 0. So we're losing 120 bushels of wheat. The opportunity cost of this 80 bushels, of this 60 bushels of corn is 120 bushels of wheat, which means the opportunity cost of each extra bushel of corn is 120 bushels of wheat divided by 60 bushels of corn, which is 2 bushels of wheat per bushel of corn. Notice the opportunity cost of each bushel of corn goes from 0.5 to 1 to 2 because the production possibility frontier becomes steeper as we move down and to the right. We can also show the opportunity cost of an additional bushel of wheat increases as the economy produces more wheat. I'm going to let you read the notes and walk through that on your own. But what's going to happen here as wheat goes from 0 up to 120, we're going to give up 0.5 bushels of corn for each extra bushel of wheat. As we go from 120 bushels of wheat to 220 bushels of wheat, we're going to give up 1 bushel of corn for every extra bushel of wheat. And as wheat goes from 220 to 260, we're going to give up 80 bushels of wheat. So we're going to get 40 more bushels of corn. We give up 80 bushels we're going to get 40 more bushels of wheat. We give up 80 bushels of corn. So the opportunity cost is going to be 80 bushels of wheat. I'll say one more. The opportunity cost is going to be 80 bushels of corn, the opportunity cost of each extra bushel of wheat is going to be 80 bushels of corn divided by 40 bushels of wheat, which means it's going to be an opportunity cost is 2 bushels of wheat per bushel of corn. The opportunity cost of each extra bushel of wheat goes from 0.5 to 1 to 2 bushels of wheat. The opportunity cost of each extra bushel of wheat rises as we get more and more wheat.